It is scorching hot. There's work to be done. There are fields to be managed. And unfortunately, we have some baby calves to take care of in this heat. Calving is not typically a summertime activity, but we bought some new cows that were bred for summertime calving, and so it is what it is. Modern farming practices call for somewhat regular application of chemicals to the land to get desired results, whether it's spraying chemical fertilizer or herbicides, pesticides. That's just how things are done these days. And that's certainly how things have been done around our farm. Aside from this little section of pasture you're looking at now that has been left untouched for my dairy cattle, there have been we've applied a lot of chemicals on the farm, and it's something that we're looking to get away from, which means we have a lot to learn as far as natural land management. We are out here in a 7-acre field pasture that my husband just brush hogged. We have 4 cows grazing out here right now. In this 7 acres, we're not doing rotational grazing, they're just out here. And I'm gonna have him tell you why he needed to get out here today and brush hog.
So this pasture, as you see now, looks great. Well, before I brush hogged it, I had a lot of this everywhere. This is, I don't know what the scientific name is, but it's cockaburs basically. And they were everywhere. I mean, everywhere. So I reached down here and just picked up a small pile of stuff. You see, we obviously got fescue in here. But yeah, all this cockaburs. Now, the reason I brush hog now is because if I waited, waited, and it developed seeds, and then I cut it, well, then I would I'd be spreading the seeds out, like, they'd be and then reseeding and blah blah. So I did it before there's any seeds.
So explain, if we had sheep on here, how that would work.
So if we had sheep, if we did the rotational grazing, like run the cows, in a paddock, then move them to the next one, and then you wait about 2 or 3 days from what I understand, then you let the sheep in, and what happens is they eat everything that the cows don't. So the cows don't eat this. Well, here's one still on the ground. This is cockabur, and the cows don't eat that. But this is a soda apple.
We got horse nettles, we got soda apples. So that's not a horse nettle, but yet a different.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
That doesn't make sense. It says it's toxic. Contains toxins.
So I shouldn't make a salad out of that tonight?
Probably not.
Okay. So the conventional solution is to spray.
Yep.
But we're trying to avoid that when we can, until we can scale up with regenerative and manage our land that way. So that's why he got out here today to brush hog. So I guess you just noticed this yesterday when you were walking the field, right?
I didn't. I mean, you could tell from when you drive by, it just looked like crap. But I was trying to figure out a way to do this without spraying.
Right.
And since we might turn this into rotational grazing, it hasn't been sprayed in years.
The human body is made to be in contact with natural fibers, not synthetic ones. I love wearing natural fibers, but one of the biggest things I do to reduce my toxic
exposure to synthetic fibers is I sleep on a Birch Luxe natural mattress that is free from polyurethane foams and fiberglass, and it is made with quality organic materials like wool, cotton, and 100% organic latex. Most mattress companies use fiberglass as a flame retardant because it's really cheap, but fiberglass and polyurethane foams contribute to harmful off-gassing, and if you're sleeping on a mattress with those things, then you're breathing those things in for a third of your life, because we sleep for a third of our life. So it can be really intimidating to think about cutting down exposure to synthetic materials, but if you make this one change and switch over to a natural mattress with Birch Living, then you have successfully cut exposure to synthetic fibers for a third of your life. What we really love about our Birch mattress, which we have had for going on a year and a half here in our master bedroom, we love the temperature regulation. So my husband is a very hot sleeper. He always kicks the blankets off, and I'm a cold sleeper. I want to be covered up. And the great thing about mattresses made with wool is that wool is so great for temperature regulation. So you're never too hot or never too cold. Wool just has so many amazing properties. It is antimicrobial and it has a high frequency as well. Wool also has natural flame resistant properties. If you are ready to make the switch to a healthier sleep environment, right now is a great time because you can get 27% off a Birch Living natural mattress with my code BirchPartner27. You can click my link, which is below the video, tap the more button, and you'll see the link birchliving.com/Hopewell Heights. You can read all the testimonials, read all about Birch Living natural mattresses. Like I said, we've had ours for over a year and a half, and it is still in such good condition. You guys are going to love Birch Living.
We're gonna go, John's gonna move the pigs over into a new little section of land here. There's a lot of weeds, a lot for them to root through, so this should be fun. I love watching animals get moved into fresh pasture, whether it's cows or pigs, because they get so excited. It's just fun. Now I got another one out here with me, so after he moves these pigs, maybe we'll take another short ride, get the next guy to sleep, go lay him down, and then in the afternoons when the little guys nap, then that is mom time. It's, you know, that's just always how I've done things, is when I had all little kids, they all napped in the afternoon, and I would take a nap too back then. But now that I've got older kids, they just, you know, they can do whatever they want in the afternoon. My big kids definitely don't have to take a nap. But they just know that that's like my time where I'm gonna, maybe I work on stuff around the house, or I work on my blog or something. And it's good. I like having a couple hours in the afternoon just to do my thing, do something that I enjoy, maybe read a book, lay out, whatever. Those piggies. They said, "Is this a trick?" Come on, pigs.
I wanna
So,
feed the pig.
You want to feed them? We have electric fence here. That's why they're not, they're a little hesitant right now, because they know that. They're trained to hot wire, and so they're thinking, is there a hidden wire here that we're going to run into if we cross? So it might take them a minute here to actually figure out that they're going to be fine when they cross over. You know, if you're someone who follows Joel Salatin and Polyface Farms and the like, and the regenerative model, then you know that. That's one of the benefits of having different species rotate through the same pieces of land, is they eat different things. So it helps with weed and pasture management. So you can see that right here. Pigs going to town on those weeds. It'd be pretty funny, wouldn't it? I have tried to make resolutions to stop wearing my good shoes around the farm and stepping in poop with them, but just have not been successful with that yet. So maybe one of these days. We are going to turn Fancy and Charlemagne out into the lane here and let her graze this down today. This is something we do quite a bit because we move cattle in between this barn and lot and these fields, which we were just out driving in. We move them back and forth through here a lot. So a lot of times we'll just close all the gates, and we got another gate over here by the highway, close everything up, and then just let them in here for a little bit to graze this down.
Show them the innovation on the post.
Which one?
On front of you.
What innovation?
You can pull that up.
Oh, go ahead. Nobody told you the name yet? I named him already. It's Charlemagne. Since you wouldn't let me name Freddie Charlemagne.
Oh, baby.
Little Charlemagne was doing so well. Sweet little guy. That's one thing that really attracted me to the Normandy breed as far as my milk cows, is the docility. So we have had a Jersey bull on our farm before, and we will never have a Jersey bull on our farm again. A lot of dairy bulls are very mean and even deadly. The term dairy widow exists for that reason. In fact, our Jersey bull got John down on the ground and almost killed him. So he got shipped off like the next day. And yeah, you know, we've tried artificial insemination. I'm just not a fan of that. I like the natural methods. So we wanted some kind of breed that would do well on 100% forage out on pasture. It had good milk production and was docile, both the cows and the bulls, and the Normandies are proving to be great as far as that goes. So tell me the point of that.
So the point is, you got a big wide gate opening here, and then this post here, double-sided, got something for each gate to sit on. So if I want to back the trailer in here, pull that post, swing these gates open, put that cap in so it doesn't fill up with dirt, and/or if you're running cattle through here, you know, you want wider opening, make sure that plate's in there.
So,
because if they step in that big hole, obviously they'll break the leg.
yeah.
So you put that plate in, so nobody gets hurt, number one, and you don't fill up with crap.
So that's why you put it there when I'm going to be walking through here, right?
That's right. So then, obviously, say we load the cattle, we're done. We want to close everything back up. Pull this up. This. Stick it back in there. We weld it on little cleats. There's something for the cleats to sit on.
These bottom parts you welded on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And explain that, why you would do that.
Well, you want your gate to be
Supported?
supported. If you have it just hanging freely, eventually what will happen was these hinges, especially your top hinge, well, it just makes it way looser, a lot faster. Because it's constantly got pressure on it.
So there is, I mean, there are like trends on YouTube and Instagram where ladies swing on gates like in a pretty dress. I've never made a video like that. Can you guess why?
I would come unglued.
All right, we're gonna go down and check on the new baby calf, Charlemagne. So do you want to, I guess I'll explain what's going on with them. Yeah, let's just walk. First of all, how hot is it right now? Like, I don't even know what the temperature is. It's hot. And it's been hot. and human, you can see the heat in the air. You can see the humidity. And anyway, this calf was born a week ago.
Feels like 111.
Feels like 111. So, this calf was born a week ago in the heat, and we would not have bred our cow to calve in July, but we didn't breed her. We bought her from up north, and where'd she come from? Wisconsin, John? Wisconsin.
Yes,
So, you know, they bred them to calve in summer because they don't have the heat like we have. So we noticed that the calf has just been breathing hard. Looks like he's having respiratory problems. So John called the vet, and actually I guess you called Jeremy. You called his buddy and just kind of talked to him about it. He said it could be the heat, could be a respiratory infection. Just get him cooled off with the fan. What's that? Thermometer. Oh, I forgot the thermometer. I'll be right back. All right, I got the thermometer, so I'm gonna check on this baby. How's he looking?
breathing is at 80 breaths per minute.
Okay.
Before I called the vet, he was breathing 180 breaths per minute.
He looks better.
Hi, baby.
102.
Okay.
Say that's better than
105.
105. John just told me that I have to say that we have the best vet ever. So Spencer, our vet is the best vet ever. That's what John's telling me. But anyway, yeah, we'll just keep an eye on this little guy. And John says it's Monday. When's it supposed to cool off?
Wednesday.
Okay, so got another day of this heat. I guess if we need to, we can hose him down more to try to keep him cool, continue monitoring him, his breathing, his temperature, and go from there. I was really hoping to milk her in this video. I have milked her once since she had the baby, and she did great. She, for her first time, she was so gentle. She didn't kick until the very end when the calf came running up. But she did so great. Easy to hand milk. But it's so hot. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to get her all worked up and try to get her in the head gate and milk her. The baby's only a week old. I'm just going to let her hang out with the calf, wait until it cools off a bit, see how this baby does, and then we'll get to milking. Well, I guess the last couple days we've been talking about the breed. Normandys are newer to us, and when I researched the breed a few years back, I thought I remembered it saying, reading that they were adaptable to different climates, but I was starting to worry that maybe Normandys are not suited for heat. Like, we don't always get this kind of heat in Missouri, but sometimes we do, and I'm like, well, shoot, is this going to turn out to be a bad decision? But you were saying, I guess, I hate to hear other people are having problems with their calves. It's a little reassuring though that it's not just us and our Normandy calves. So
yeah, the vet said he past 2 days he's had 3 other calves that he had to go tend to, and people got calls on basically the same problem. So no, I don't think it's a breed thing. I think it's just a bad idea to calve around this time in this area where we live. It's just a bad idea. When we used to calve, it was late August, mostly September was when we started calving. You still got the heat. You don't have near as much humidity most of the time, and yeah, just never had this problem before.
I am walking down to check on little Charlemagne. It's been 2 days since I last filmed and showed you guys when he first got sick. I mean, I don't know if you want to call it sick. It's heat stress. And the heat is not going to break until later today. So it has been 2 days of trying to keep him cool, keeping him hosed down, dunked in water. We've brought him in the house during the heat of the day, and then we'll bring him back out to nurse. and then leave him out with his mom at night. So I'm walking down here and I just really hope he's alive. I hope he's okay. But we've had the vet out. We have been, you know, talking back and forth with the vet to try to stay on top of it and do everything that he recommends that we should be doing. So I know that we have done everything we should do. That's just why you don't calve in the heat of the summer, you know, when you live in the Midwest or if you live in the South. But like I have said, we didn't plan that. We didn't breed her. That's just how we bought her. And then on top of all that, we realized the other day when little Charlemagne first got sick, we went to check our Angus cattle up in the woods, and they were not supposed to be calving until August 20th or so. And there was already a little calf on the ground. So luckily that little calf is doing good. As far as I know, that's the only one that's been born up there. So hopefully what the situation is that mama just got bred, you know, a cycle earlier than the other ones. And we won't have any more calves until late August because, yeah, this is just stressful having new calves born when it's so hot out and we have to worry about them so much. But the new calf up in the woods, he seems to be doing great. Those cows up there, they've got access to lots of shade. They've got a little pond that they can get in to stay cool, and so I think he's going to be fine. Nancy. That is very strange. Baby wasn't in there with her, so I gotta go look for him. I really hope he's okay. I found him, so nobody stole him, which is where my mind goes. And my husband always thinks I'm crazy. Like anytime I don't see one of my cows, I'm like, somebody came here in the middle of the night and they stole him. He's like, that is ridiculous. That would be impossible for anybody to do that without us knowing. But that's just where my mind goes because I love my cows. And yeah, so he is feeling kind of warm still. We are not out of the woods by any means. I'll just be so glad when the heat breaks later today. I mean, it's so hot, but it's gonna cool off considerably, so we'll see. That's all I got for this week, so I will hopefully be giving you all a positive update on next week's video with little Charlemagne and showing you at least one new calf from our Angus girls up in the woods, maybe more. We'll see. Either way, we're going to be doing some milking because if the calf does really well, then we'll start separating him and milking mama in the morning. If he doesn't do well, if he doesn't make it, then I gotta milk her twice a day. So milking is in my future either way. And then next week is fair week. So the kids are gonna be showing their fair pigs. It's gonna be a busy week.